Hello guys and welcome to another episode of Freg's Handyman. Today we're going to be doing several tasks on this house. There's going to be about 6 that we're going to be doing here. We're going to start off by just fixing these little holes right here. We're going to be putting some mud here on the drywall just because it ended up breaking. So right now he's just going to be mixing the mixture. He's going to be spreading it out for a little bit there. And then we're going to wait for it to dry, and then he's going to do a second coat and a little bit. He's just going to let, like I said, he's just going to let this section dry. And then he's going to be focusing also in this same bathroom. There's this timer here for the vent that's not working. So we were trying to figure out if it was the actual timer itself or if it was something with the electrical wires in the back. So he was just looking around, disconnecting everything and just making sure it wasn't the wires, that there was a misfunction there. So he was this practically just tested the electricity ones, and for the majority of all of them they all worked. And so we came to the conclusion that it was the timer itself that was just not working anymore. So we had to go to Home Depot and get a new one. So that's the main issue with this section right here. So we also had to just leave this off for a little bit because you see right here electricity is running through the wires. So it was just a matter of getting a whole new one. And right now we're going to be adding the second coat here, and we're just going to let this dry off again, and then later on we'll put the texture. Here on this bathroom there was like a little sound of a drip, and it kept sounding like it was dripping. So we were going to switch it off, but we came to find out it was actually inside the wall. So it was something that the owner did not want to, tear apart the wall and, find out the issue. So he said it was okay to just leave it alone. And right here, what he's gonna do on this other bathroom is he's just gonna be connecting these two wires into two, because they were just connected into one. So anytime they turn on the light, the vent would turn on as well. So by disconnecting them and then adding them just to an individual one, now the lights turn on individually and also the vent turns on individually. We're going to be changing the vent as well, because the one that was there, it's a really old one and it was just making like a rattling sound. So this is the new one that we're going to be putting on here. And right now he's just going to be tying everything up and screwing everything together. We were going to use the old frame, but it wasn't fitting quite how we wanted it to. So with the new one, a new frame came with it. So we're going to just switch it to using the new one, as you're going to see right now, this one. And then he's just going to be adding this and connecting everything together, screwing everything together here, and then putting it on there. Once he saw that it fit, now what he's gonna do is there's some screws there that were there in the past, so he's just gonna cut them off with this saw here. And then once he gets that done, he's gonna be putting the new one on there and screwing everything together. He's gonna have to push it up a little bit higher, just because the cover that came with this new one was not gonna fit. So he's gonna use the old one that was already there. But the thing with that is just that he has to put it a little bit higher and then put 2 screws on the sides, and it'll be a lot more tighter, and then that way we ensure it doesn't fall off. As well, some of our other colleagues came along to do one of the other tasks because they needed a longer ladder. As you see here on the roof, on the very top here, there's some boards that were just not secure. So all they're gonna do is just put some nails on there and just secure it. It's just nothing too difficult to do. And right now, like I mentioned, he put the screws on the sides already, and he's gonna be putting on the old cover, just screwing everything on there. And then we turned it on, and there was no issues with if it was rattling or anything anymore. So this task was done at least for the day. This other ones as well, we moved on to just cleaning off a little bit of all of the excess from the drywall here. And now that we have the other new switch timer here, we're going to be connecting everything together. That way the new one will work. As you see with the green light here that it works now, so we're gonna move on to a different task. We're also gonna be cleaning this vents here, but that'll be for a little bit. We're also going to now put all of the texture on the little drywall patches that we fixed. It's nothing too difficult. All we have to do is just make sure to cover all the space around, and then we're gonna be spraying the texture on there. And you see here in a little bit, just with the sponge, he's just gonna be damping it and then just cleaning all the excess on the sides. And like I mentioned, it's not a really difficult thing to do. You see right now that the texture just came out pretty well, just orange peel texture, and that's how it just came out. Once we finished this, the last task to do was to finish off cleaning off the vent. As you see, he's handing him off one of the tools here that you stick to the screwdriver, you connect it, and you slowly keep adding those. That way it rises up and goes up all the way up to the vent, and then it keeps cleaning it. And then when you retract it, it's also pulling out all of the debris, as you see here. And that was the last task that, like I mentioned, that we had to do for the day. Tomorrow we're gonna have a whole new project, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys have a great day.